Medical student totally pwned!
Hey everybody, and welcome back to What the Hell Happened to Them. Julia Roberts carries us onward. I am your host, Pastor Skeyhill, and joining me on the line is... I got nothing for this movie. This movie didn't really give us a lot to work with, joke-wise, so...
Oh, yeah, this one's not a knee slapper?
Yeah, no, so we have a not canceled man, Joe Vekeman.
Oh, thank God. Let me tell you, you could have called this one... the real walkout of the cinema movie. I had 4 walkouts in my theater.
Whoa. We'll get to that in a moment. And on the audio boards is Lev Van Rensselaer reminding me to remind you that you can email the cast at whathappenedtothemcast@gmail.com. And our sponsor this week is Banana Hammocks. You tired of your hammocks just looking like a boring mesh netting? Get one that looks like a big old banana and lie in comfort. It's so appealing. All right, Joe, what movie are we doing this week?
We watched, as it was given to me in the end credits, Luca Guadagnino's After the Hunt. He really wanted to put his name on this.
Yeah, he was like, yes, I made this. This wouldn't exist without me. All right, Luca.
I mean, it really wouldn't, because who else is making this besides Todd Fields?
Yeah, Jesus, what happens in this movie?
A college professor finds herself at a personal and professional crossroads when a star pupil levels an accusation against one of her colleagues, and a dark secret from her own past threatens to come to light.
Okay, so you had people walk out. I didn't have enough people to walk out of my theater. I had 4 people.
Well, yeah, my
me.
theater was also not sold out. I would say there was probably like 10 people, not including me.
And half of them said like, I'm done.
Yes, half of them.
Wow.
Like in the first hour, they were like, goodbye. And then maybe like a half hour before the movie ended, another like couple left, and I'm like, guys, it's almost over. You can just finish it.
What's this weird attrition happening in your film?
I guess it was just too woke for people. I don't know.
Is it though?
Is it
woke?
I don't know.
Or is it anti-woke?
It's both.
That's my theory. Is that
it's playing both sides? Is it doing a civil war?
I don't know if it's playing both sides, but I think. I mean, we begin, and Julia Roberts has 2 moments. One, the literal opening line is talking about how stone-throwing court of public opinion has always run human society. I go, okay, I'm on theme alert with this. And then one of the first things she says in her class is talking about the panopticon, this sort of theoretical political system, which basically happened in 1984, where you have like all of your citizens tattling on each other to ensure proper moral conduct. So like that is sort of seeding a lot of thoughts I have. But the line that really I think the whole film cruxes on is when she talks to her husband, who seems to be the actor having the most fun in the movie. That guy is just like
Michael Stuhlbarg
going with it.
Incredible.
It was really fun to watch him.
I just want to like highlight one of the times that I loved him was when they're all supposed to be having dinner together.
Yeah.
Julia, him, and Io Debris. He immediately calls out Io for like saying something, and he's like trying to like kind of interrogate her a little bit, like what she really wants to do in the thing that she's studying. And she's like, I feel personally attacked, and he's like, well, I guess I won't be having dinner with you guys. I'll go fuck off in the other room. And then he like turns his music up so loud, and then continually walks back and forth in and out of the room, and the music's so fucking loud. And I'm like, yeah, that's king shit right there. Julia looks so pissed.
That guy's making a meal out of that role. He was having a good time. But
he always shows up for a Luca movie, though. He's always good.
He has a line where he's talking about his patients, and he says, most people come to confirm something they already suspect. They want affirmation of their bad behavior so that they can continue doing it. When you tell them what they're doing is wrong, they don't like that very much. And so then I was thinking as I'm doing the Clint Eastwood thing where I'm like, okay, what side is he taking here? I can't tell.
It's like, I like how you pinpoint Clint.
I think our generation comes, or the older generation comes, and we're like, oh, this lady, crazy, this young lady, student, crazy lady, she's gaming the system. But the young people come and they go, oh, this old lady, she's not with it. She's like a feminist traitor type thing. And we're just seeing what we already believe in the movie. And I think that's what its strength is. So the people walking out, or no, I guess they're clearly seeing what they don't want to see, or they don't like what they're seeing. But I don't feel like the movie picks a side, but not in like a we don't want to talk about it way.
I think they were just annoyed at how talky it was.
It was certainly quite tough. That first scene at the party, I'm like, oh my goodness, it's this like annoying academia debate about blah, blah, like everybody trying to like outsmart each other. I'm like, well, this is probably going to be boring. And his directing takes it really until the girl comes and says, hey, something happened to me last night. Like the directing is actually very kind of minimal. It's very quiet. It's just like hanging out in the background for a bit. But then like he's like doing a lot from that moment onwards. Like it felt like a switch kind of went off or something and we became a very different movie. And just like all these, he's having people out of focus sometimes. It reminded me a lot of the kind of the cool stuff in I Am Love that I liked that he did.
Yes.
This very like in your face kind of stuff. This very about like not giving a fuck kind of stuff. And I feel like a lot of that not giving a fuck energy is translated to his scripts more than his directing in recent films. Suspiria not included, though I think that's messy for other reasons. So this is my theory. He wants us to see the things we want to see as a form of confirmation bias, and in doing so, point out our own personal biases that we have to admit that we have.
The cinematographer has not worked on a film since 1998.
And Luke is like, it's time to get you out of retirement, boy.
He used to be Spike Lee's like guy for a while in the 90s.
He must have been doing something for,
well, he
20
did
years.
It looks like he did the Beyonce Lemonade music.
Okay, so maybe he got into like TV and music videos instead of films?
Possibly, but he let's see. He does 2 Beyonce like music movies, like video movies. And that's been it since the Spike Lee movies in the 90s. And he made Belly.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Belly?
No.
Hype Williams? That movie looks insane. You should see it just to watch it for the visuals. But he's doing Luca's next movie as well. I liked the way this movie looked a lot. I liked a lot about this movie, but I was also annoyed by certain things that were happening.
Annoyed, he says.
Yes.
About what?
Should we just jump right to it?
Sure. What are you annoyed by?
Cut.
Oh.
That pissed me off a little bit. I was like, what are we doing? Don't be cheeky.
It sounded like that might have been part of the song, because like it fits so into the song that takes us to the end credits.
Yeah, the song also was annoying.
Yeah, it does feel like a weird follow-up. But I just was like, I heard the cut, and I was like, oh, I was annoyed too. But then I was like, oh, is this just part of the song? But then I guess on the same token, you still decided to put that there at that moment.
It was a choice, and I didn't like that. It was the first time where I'm like, Luca.
Yes.
Come on. It reminded me of his first movie, The Protagonist. Did you ever get to catch that one?
No, I don't believe so.
I believe it's him. He's in the movie with Tilda Swinton. He's an actor in the movie.
Okay.
And they're just like recreating crime scenes.
Oh, like that documentary, The Act of Killing.
This is before that, I believe, which is strange. It's in 1999. It's his first movie.
That is
and then he doesn't make
before.
another movie for like 6 years.
Mm.
And then he makes another movie that's like so not like anything else he's ever made.
Yeah.
And then he waits another like 5 years to make I Am Love. And then he like waits another 5 years and makes A Bigger Splash, and then he makes the movie every year after that.
Yeah. He finally got to unlock the kingdom. He's ready to go.
Yeah. And my favorite movie, A Bigger Splash.
Yeah.
Still my favorite of his. I really didn't like the cut thing.
Yeah, what else
I was like 4 stars. This was interesting. I liked it. I like all the vibes. I love the actors in it.
Yeah.
I like the thriller like nature of it. I don't know. I liked a lot about it. And then when they fucking said that, I was like, no.
You were like, you guys were right to walk out. I'm glad you guys got to avoid that. Just walking out of movies are expensive. Who's walking out of movies these days?
I agree. That is psychos. Just sit and you're gonna like a half hour of your life is gonna. What are you gonna do? You gonna drive home a little earlier?
I don't like this behavior of just like it sort of is proving an element of the movie's point, which is like, oh, I don't like what I'm hearing. I'm going to remove myself from it.
That's a great point. Wow.
I don't want to engage with something that makes me feel slightly uncomfortable, so I'm just going to leave. Meanwhile, I'm there, and I'm like thinking that the student's lying the whole time. And then by the end of the film, I realized he wants me to fall into my own bias. So then I spend the rest of the night being like, okay, what are all the things I could point to that maybe prove Luca was on her side and not on Julia's side? And there's a fair amount to do that too. And that's where I got this idea where it's like, oh, it's just confirmation bias all around. Like we're all have our heads up our own asses in an intellectualized way.
Yeah, Julia's line, she like comes in and she like whispers it right into her like face, and she's like, "You're not supposed to be comfortable all the time," or something like that. That's good. That's good. That's in the trailer, and it's good. What did you think of the Woody Allen credit style? Did you catch that
at the beginning?
Yeah,
I was confused. I'm like, so Julia's not the star? I didn't think Woody Allen. I was just like, it seemed like this
it is a deliberate choice. It's the in alphabetical order. It's in the same font style.
Yeah. That didn't jump out. My first thought was like, why isn't Julia first? She's clearly, and then I was like, is it because she's not the star? Am I not really getting a Julia film? But then I definitely did.
Yeah, no, she is the absolute star of this movie. No, and it also clicked for me because I just watched what is it? Manhattan Murder Mystery, the Woody Allen film.
Yeah,
starring Diane Keaton.
I thought that might be why. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that was like an underrated performance that she had in one of his movies. So I was like, oh, well, I've already seen Annie Hall, so
yeah, sure.
Check that one out. Really good. I like that movie.
Okay, so you think this Woody Allen might be this is why people are walking out. They're like, Woody Allen credits. I'm getting out of this. Alphabetical order.
Well, they don't leave right away. I was the only one that was kind of cackling when the credits started rolling, though, because I'm like, oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah, that seems like a very in joke.
It was for me. I was like, thank you,
It
Luca.
is interesting. He wanted to like deliberately antagonize us early on. Did the credits happen before or after that opening scene?
No, there's an opening, or a prologue, and then there's the credits that start up.
Okay.
And this is the same runtime he's been having for a lot of his movies. This is
this 2
typical
hour, 10-minute thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which I think works. I never felt like it was dragging at all. I was also kind of happy with the score, because I thought we were going to get another like techno masterclass from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Yeah, I did see his name and then was surprised at the score that followed.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, but it also felt like...
a little tense, but pretty chill.
I bet a score part of the movie most people will have trouble with is when she's vomiting at the toilet and this random light jazz music comes on. But that really does feel like I Am Love era Luca, just like random noises that don't feel like they go with the style. They don't Mickey Mouse the scene we're watching, and it makes us very uncomfortable. I'm like all for that move. It just is not a soundscape I think of when I think of Trent Reznor.
I agree. It's funny because he has two scores that he has for movies that's coming out this week. He had the After the Hunt movie, and then he also had Tron Ares score for his Nine Inch Nails band did that score.
Okay. Well, that feels more
I like this one.
likely.
I haven't seen Tron. I have no interest.
Yes, nor did I.
Nor did America, because it didn't make any money.
Shocked. I'm shocked.
It's Michael Stuhlbarg. Andrew Garfield. He's in the beginning of this movie, and then he's in the last half hour of this movie.
Yeah, he is. He does take over the first. He's a very, very big force in the first third. Disappears.
As soon as he gets canceled, he gets kicked out of the film.
Yes,
Which
I think
feel
deliberate.
Like another choice. Yeah. And his big kicking of the barrels, and he's just throwing things on the ground. I'm like, you're my fucking child. Yo, you don't get to be in the movie anymore.
Right, no, and just when I'm ready to think okay, yeah, that, because it just feels so clear that lady lied, but then they give us.
Oh, we're on the same page. Okay.
Yeah, then they give us the Andrew Garfield return performance and another little bit where you're like, oh, okay, maybe there is something here. But also, I think another thing that audiences or people in general might have problems with this time is that maybe both are true.
Yeah.
I think we are so bifurcated where it's it's this or it's this. Either he's a creep or she's a liar, but it could be both.
The whole time I'm like, she's a liar and he is going to get thrown in the hole because and that scene is so good in that diner where it's just kind of focused on him the whole time eating the shit out of that naan bread. And he's just dipping in it, and he's just getting his fingers dirty and eating the chicken, and he's just describing how his life is over and how it doesn't matter because anything he does is always going to make him look like the bad guy.
Yes.
No matter what he says, it's going to make him more guilty.
Right. But then he says this in yet a very male entitled way.
Yep.
So again, both can be right. He could be a victim of cancel culture and be part of the masculine problem in academia or the world at large too. It can be both people. We don't have to pick a side per se.
And that's the thing. I don't think Julia picks a side. She kind of leans towards a side, but she never is I'm not on your side.
Well, then there's the thing, too, where it's okay, how reliable is our quote-unquote narrator? How much is she trying to sort of toe the line? How much is she trying to navigate the circumstances to ensure she gets tenure?
Yes. Oh, the ticking of the clock. What do you think of that?
Yeah, so, on the one hand, I'm this feels too big. Luca did some weirdly performative things in here. I didn't get into the film right away. That party scene at the beginning, I go oh my goodness.
It was a little long, but I liked it.
I'm a fancy intellectual person, but I
thought you would have loved that.
I like the pursuit of knowledge. I don't like everybody sitting around circle jerking how smart. I would like to just learn information rather than just show it off at a party and be I'm so educated.
Can I tell you what I really liked about that scene?
What?
Everybody was dressed to the nines.
Yes, everyone
looks so good in this movie.
This was
Everyone's
a
dressed
fancy
so well.
pants cocktail party, and you're yep, we are at Yale. We're doing Yale things.
It happened at Yale. That's one of the little titles that comes up.
Then the lady goes to the bathroom, and we cut to her, and she's just standing in front of the empty toilet paper roll and just spinning it around in this close-up, and I go, this is how you needed to tell us there was no toilet paper? This extremely cartoonish way. It just is when somebody doesn't realizes they don't have their wallet, they stop and they pat themselves down to make sure it's not on them. This extremely theatrical, nobody's really doing that. They're just oh shit, I don't have my wallet in my pants because I can feel that there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
You'd see oh, there's no toilet paper here. You're not playing with it and blah blah. So then I just spent the rest of the time being there must be a character reason why she did this. This boredom, this ennui, or maybe she's enjoying this excuse to snoop. Because we find out she does have this obsession with her professor and just lucked into finding this article thing.
She's also really privileged and from really rich parents that apparently donated half of the to the tuition or whatever.
I am sure there's somewhat a hyperbolizing when they said half of the endowment.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do believe a great deal of money was spent on these parents so that they're not well-educated daughter can perhaps make something of herself.
Yeah, because Garfield says that she plagiarized the entire essay.
Yeah.
And he's telling Julia about it. And then we see that, like, towards the end of the movie, like, Julia's discovering the whole thing, but she already knew in the first place. Like, because she says that to Garfield, and he, like, at the end of the movie, he's like, you already knew that she plagiarized the whole thing and didn't do anything about it?
Well, but we know why, or at least we have an idea of why we know why.
Yes, because she likes people idolizing her.
Because, yes, she likes that, and perhaps it looks bad on her if one of her proteges that she's been, like, backing the whole time is a plagiarist. Like, that might hurt her tenure hunt as well.
And Io is a lesbian or gay, I guess, just queer, because her partner.
She did seem to be open,
but she seems to, like, she's trying to, like, make Julia think that she has a thing for her. Sort of, like, hand touching later on, like when she's revealing about her assault.
Yes, there's
a lot of hands. In this movie.
They really wanted us to look at hands, and I was interested in thinking about why.
Yeah.
I know Italians do a lot of speaking with their hands. Like, we obviously stereotype and make fun of, like, how big it is, but there is sort of a gesticulation that seems to be important to the language.
Yeah.
In Italy. So I wonder if he's, like, playing with that.
I liked all the little, like, flourishes. I really did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, his directing is a lot. The last couple films, his directing has felt safe, I would say, compared to what I've known him do.
Crazy. You're absolutely. What are the no, because you never saw Queer. You can't say his directing is safe. You gotta watch that movie. That is one of the wildest movies I've ever seen.
Okay, but, like, I think there's a difference between content matter and directing. I think.
No, I'm talking
editing and directing.
You need to watch that weird fucking movie.
It just looks so boring.
It's not boring, I promise.
Fine, I'll give it a try.
Good. It's on HBO. You gotta check it out. So the Challengers and then Bones and All. Bones and All, I would say,
I think both of those
more
are extremely safe films
for the cannibal nature.
Challenger's script, yeah, both of their scripts are, like, kind of out there.
But Challengers, the stuff that's being filmed on the tennis court is pretty crazy. He made up a whole set underneath to shoot, and apparently it's never been done before, what he was doing with that tennis court. Yeah,
I guess I just find that to be more spectacle than anything, which I find to be a safer play.
I also think that movie relies way more on the stars for the propulsion. And the score. Score is amazing.
Your subject matter is daring, and so if you want to, like, focus on that and let that play out more than your wacky camera angles, I get that, or your wacky blocking, I'm okay with that.
There's, like, a tennis ball angle. I feel like at one point you're, like, following the tennis ball.
That is just less interesting to me.
Yeah.
So that's why this felt like he was like, fuck it, we're doing it. Well, how are we getting here? How are we getting here?
I don't know. We're just kind of shooting the shit on this one.
No, I was building to something, and now I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
What did it? Oh, you were talking about the flourishes, the hands, the things. Shit.
You were talking about, well, we were in kind of like we're in the bathroom. She was noticing there's no toilet paper.
Yeah, I guess that was me talking about the weird performative things. Oh, the ticking of the clock. The ticking of
the clock.
That annoyed me when it first happened. I'm like, you didn't really need to do this, Luca. Like, we kind of get it. But it ended up being sneaky important. No, not necessarily the theme, but, like, the movie doesn't draw a lot of attention to this hunt for tenure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It opens up where the husband is like, hey, will you guys still be friends if, like, only one of you gets tenure and the other doesn't? And then, like, we don't really talk about it, really ever, until we find out that her tenure's been paused. And so, like, what is it? An hour and 40 minutes has gone by?
Yeah, and I really like that moment because, like, the whole movie, like, changes as soon as she, like, finds out it's, like, indefinitely stopped. Like, it's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, there is definitely a change in behavior on her plan too, or a change in tactics on her play too. If you don't have that moment, the character herself doesn't do that much to talk about how important tenure is, and she doesn't. Like, it's this unreliable narrator kind of thing. Looking back, that's like, oh, did tenure affect a lot of her drive in the movie? And I think that's why it helps us, because he doesn't want to draw attention to it anymore in the script at all. He wants it to sort of sneak up on you that, oh yeah, tenure was in the background all this time and we never really realized it because we didn't know what that ticking meant.
Yeah.
So I think that was important. Do I like it? I would say yes. I would say an issue I had was the film's so dense, I'm like, should I watch it again before going home? Should I just, like, go back into the next screening now that I know where it's happening and try to see it? But ultimately I decided not to because all it really is for me was intellectually stimulating. I did not have a strong emotional attachment to what was happening in the movie. It was a very academic film. And I think that, it's not a bad thing. It just is not, it's not going to be like this 5-star movie. It's not going to be like the I Saw the TV Glow of this year. It has been not a slow year for films for me. I haven't enjoyed most films I've watched this year to a great extent. Of the Eddington trilogy we got this year, I think this is the best of the three, though most people will disagree with me.
Okay. Okay. The trilogy. Okay.
I think, Eddington, that One Battle After Another, and this, I think, seem to be very interlocked in the things they're trying to say.
I have a clear favorite in that one.
Yes, I know you do. I bet most people prefer that one. I don't think this movie's going to make a lot of money. I don't know how you market this film, quite frankly.
Neither does the studio or anyone involved. Also, okay, if we can pause our conversation about After the Hunt for a second. Did you get to see any trailers before your movie?
No.
I know you try to avoid most of them. Okay. I saw some. I saw a bunch of trailers because my movie started about 33 minutes after the start time.
You mean not trailers for this movie?
No. I'm talking about like any movie trailers.
I saw one trailer right before After the Hunt, and it was some Chris Pratt thing where he was a prisoner or whatever.
Mercy? Yeah, Mercy,
maybe.
where he's just sitting in a fucking chair the whole goddamn time, listening to a bunch of AI bullshit. No, I'm so, okay. That was fine when we had a pandemic happening. I'm so through with like this fucking. We're not gonna try to do anything interesting in our movie anymore, and we're just gonna make you sit here, and he's gonna have to do some brain fucking puzzle, and I'm like, no. Show me, don't tell me. Also, Chris Pratt, you're looking old. I'm telling you, brother. Take it easy. Take a year off or something. Go work some muscles or something. Not like your stupid arms. Like, your face. Go get for a laugh. It's another fucking serious movie where he's just like, he's found guilty. He's executed in 90 minutes. That's the plot of the movie. And I'm like, It looks like shit though. I don't know who made it. It just doesn't look. It looks like this should be going to Netflix. Okay,
this is a very strong opinion to have about a trailer of a film that we're not talking about today.
We don't like Chris Pratt. I thought I could stand on a soapbox.
We don't like Chris. I won't lie. I did not pay that much attention to the trailer. I just was like, Chris Pratt in a movie. I'm not going to watch this. And then I just was doing something on my phone.
On the other hand, I actually really like Rebecca Ferguson, and I wish that she was not in that movie.
Oh, she is? That's the lady that he was kept talking to? Okay.
Yeah, but she's in the next, her next movie is Catherine Bigelow's thriller that's coming out next week, that I'm hearing such mixed word on it now.
Okay.
A little nervous. It comes out on Netflix. Don't bother to see it in a theater.
That's how you know it won't be great.
Well, no, Netflix bought it. That's why. I guess they didn't make it. I guess they bought it.
I know, but Netflix has such bad taste.
But you can't say that when we just really enjoyed Happy Gilmore 2.
I know, Sandler's like the weird outlier. It's like the only really good content they make is like they revitalize Sandler's, because Sandler was making crap until he went to Netflix, and suddenly Sandler's having a renaissance.
It's really like he just had to get like one or two like tough ones out of there, like just to get him out. He's like, okay. And he's like, no, okay, back in my rhythm.
I just think like maybe Netflix was like, yeah, do whatever you want. And once he had that pressure off.
How many more movies does he have left?
I lose track because like some things aren't his films that Netflix acquires and some things are part of the deal. And we didn't know if the comedy special counted or it didn't.
We know that Jay Kelly is not part of the Netflix Sandler deal.
And they keep in the middle of some of deals adding more deals. Like, I don't know anymore. It was really easy to track at the beginning, and now it doesn't feel like I can. Maybe there's 3 left, 4 left. I don't know, though.
It feels like Hubie, they tacked on another, 8.
No, it was before then, because Hubie was going to be the last one. No, it wasn't. Murder Mystery was going to be the last one.
Because it would have been 2015... No, sorry, 2016 is... 2015 is Ridiculous 6.
Ridiculous 6, Do-Over, Sandy Wexler. No, it was the week of.
The week of.
That was the first 4, but in the middle of that 4, he got extended to another 4. and then it was Murder Mystery, Hubie Halloween, and then after that it became hard to keep track of.
And Happy Gilmore 2.
Eventually Happy Gilmore 2, but I don't know if
Spaceman is not part of that.
Spaceman we got. Bar Mitzvah movie, I don't know if that's in there or not. The comedy specials, I don't know if they're or not.
No, that's like his like Happy Madison overall, where he just does it for his friends.
The Noah Baumbach thing, I didn't know if that one wasn't one, but we didn't know at the time.
Nope, that's Noah Baumbach.
Yeah, like it's too complicated. I don't know. We have a second Murder Mystery.
That's true. We do have a second Murder Mystery that's not good.
I'm just presuming we're getting Netflix Adam Sandler movies till the end of time.
Which is fine by me.
Well, that's my guess from here on out, and I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay with that too. If he's gonna keep making the movies he's making.
Oh, this is also breaking news, I guess, because I read it yesterday. Netflix and AMC are partnering to put movies in theaters together.
Oh, that's convenient, because that's the theater I go to.
Yes, theater is about 40 miles, not 40, like 25 miles away from me.
Yeah, that sucks for you, but it's like great for me, because I have a pass there, and now I'll get to see. I have to like go to the Cinemark to watch them and pay money, or I have to like watch it at home. But now I can just go.
It's never been a problem to see the Rock Netflix movies for some reason at the Lincoln Theater, the Cinema World. They always play like Red Notice, and I don't think this was Netflix, but what was the Red one?
The Red movies. We need a third Red movie from The Rock. He's got to complete his Red trilogy.
Do we?
Because it doesn't seem like we're getting a Red Notice 2, despite the immediate greenlighting of a Red Notice 2 and 3.
Okay, great point.
It's been like 5 years. What are they doing?
Okay, two things about The Rock.
Yeah.
First thing, he's already signed up for his next movie with Benny Safdie.
Yes.
It's like Lizard Music or something.
Sounds weird, but okay. And Christopher Nolan.
That's my second thing. He's after the Odyssey.
He's doing the Iliad with Chris Rock.
Definitely, no, I don't know if that's going to be happening.
Doing the Iliad. Chris Rock will play.
Chris Rock.
Not Chris Rock. Jesus. That sounded weird, which is why I was slowing down. The Rock will play Achilles. He'll be getting all gay balls on Patroclus. It'll be a queer thriller film.
You think that's Nolan's vibe? I don't really know if that's Nolan's vibe.
He's going real Greek with it. He's like, if we're going to do it, we're doing
just
it.
Keep continuing.
Right? If The Rock wants to push himself and be a big fancy actor, he's going to do what Joaquin Phoenix was too afraid to do.
That is true. I love Joaquin, but I'm really pissed about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm on board with Pedro Pascal now, but since he has taken up the mantle for that Todd Haynes movie, I told you, the one that Joaquin Phoenix walked off on.
Oh, I thought that was canceled. They got a new guy? Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't just get a new guy. But, like, yeah, Joaquin Phoenix left a lot of people high and dry.
It's Pedro Pascal.
It was bad professionalism. Okay, back to this movie.
Yeah, sorry.
I am finding it interesting, all these people walking out. So maybe the flip side of my thought, where like Luca wants us to assume our bias. Maybe there's also kind of the reverse of that, where people assume the movie's telling them what they don't want to hear. They're hyper-focusing on all the things they don't agree with so that they can justify their feeling the opposite. Or maybe like they exist in tandem. To continue confirming your own bias, you have to nitpick on all the things that don't fit into that worldview. All the wrinkles that the narrative has that defy it. And so maybe you get hypersensitive to that and walk out.
I'm just thinking, if you're going to walk out of one of those three movies, your trilogy that you were talking about, it would be Eddington. That's the one that's more in your face. And it feels so recent. And it's really just like, do you remember COVID? You remember how you're stupid?
I know, but both of those films can rely on genre elements to kind of help carry an audience through.
I loved all three.
Sure. I'm just, and this
was my least favorite though of those three though.
This isn't a pejorative thing. I'm just saying, you're like, okay, we're in like a fun action film. He's doing the shootout with the Antifa people. Like something's going on.
That was incredible. I didn't think Ari had that in him yet. That was great.
If they want to like turn off their brain, they can, because they can just ride the genre roller coaster for a bit. This movie there's no genre. Like, I know it gets billed as a thriller,
Yeah.
And it does kind of feel that way, but there's no thriller hallmarks to it that you can hang your hat on. So I think audiences are just like
the drama
in an intellectual cesspool, and they either like take it or leave it. And it sounds like in your audience they left it. Did not have that problem in my audience.
Yeah.
My audience though also skewed older.
Mine was younger. It was around my age.
Okay, so the younger people are walking out. That's interesting. Proving the movie's point to a degree, right?
It was a lot, and I felt like they didn't get what the movie was going to be, which I thought the trailer told you kind of what the movie was going to be.
Yeah.
I think they just went for Julia because it was all female crowd, no males.
Oh, it was total sausage fest. I was just like, where are the women? Where are all the Julia fangirls?
What? Really?
Yeah, it was like Bro City.
For what?
Finally, one maybe my age lady came in, and I was like, all right, finally, somebody here representing the ladies.
What were they going for?
I don't know.
We were going to see it for the movie, just Luca and Julia.
But yeah, maybe they were Luke of Heads. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't exit poll them. I was the only one who stayed through the credits, so everybody was gone.
I don't know what Luca's his fan base skews towards for like an audience. I have no idea.
I don't know.
He makes very strange movies.
I say it was bold for Luca to make this movie for no one. This is definitely a movie for no one. It kind of reminds me of that Velma cartoon, the Scooby-Doo thing, where it was like she found a way to offend both the woke and the anti-woke in one fell swoop, so nobody was watching it. And this is exactly like that, albeit done a lot more cleverly. I think this is my favorite of the trilogy, but...
Oh, wow. Would you put Eddington second?
Yeah, I would put Eddington second. Yeah.
I really didn't like that movie.
I just was, underwhelmed.
Would you ever watch it again, eventually?
Yeah, maybe, but like I don't need to anytime soon because...
You got it.
Yeah, that's my big issue with it. It's like all there on the surface.
Well, I mean, this is... just should be between me and you because it doesn't really matter to anybody else. But like, I appreciate you rewatching movies that you didn't really want to revisit in the first place, but did anyways because you wanted to form a new opinion, and then you did. And some of those have Ben Sandler movies, which I appreciate you.
Some of them have been Sandler movies, which we built into it. But like, yeah, Phoenix was a...
I got to get around to that one before the end of the year. At
some point, I was just thinking about that yesterday. In fact, I was just like, wow, I'm glad I rewatched that. That was, and like, it just might have been me. And like I didn't.
Was that our second movie of that day? We saw a lot of movies.
We maybe saw one at like 8 a.m, and then we went into Phoenix. But I just think Phoenix again was billed as crazy, intense Hitchcock thriller. You're gonna see to believe it. You're gonna be on the edge of your seat, and it was definitely not that film. And it's unfair of them to advertise it as that film because you set up wildly unfair expectations. So when I went in being like, okay, I'm not getting that, it was a lot easier, but I'm older now and I'm looking for different things in my film, so that's okay.
It's short. I didn't realize how short it was.
Very short. It was free on Tubi. It was wonderful. It already had the advantage of we really liked the last 3 minutes of that film.
Yeah.
But then I was worried. I'm like, okay, well, I know what's happening now. Like, will that take the sting out? No, when you like the whole movie, it just makes it even bigger.
That's good.
Like, you can't help yourself. It's like that wildly impressive of an ending where you're waiting for it to come. You're like, I'm not going to let him eat this time. But like it does. The man's performance.
So then what did that director do after? I don't think I've seen anything.
I think we have, right? That's that.
Christian Petzold. I'm not familiar.
I'm thinking of the Polish guy. Do I go see his other films now?
Undyne?
Actually working steadily since, just on movies I've never heard of.
Yeah, he made a movie right after Phoenix. It's on Prime. It's called Transit.
Memoirs number 3 came out this year.
What, he had a movie this year?
This year, Memoirs number 3. A breezy hour and a half. After a car crash kills her boyfriend, piano student Laura is taken in by Betty, who witnessed the accident. Living with Betty's family brings comfort, but Laura starts questioning their intentions as time passes.
All right.
I don't think this is available to watch anywhere. This feels like it premiered at a festival, and maybe we'll see it in like the spring of next year.
Letterboxd has a nice little thing that says on when you scroll down, it says releases, and they tell you when it's going to be theatrical for us.
When is it going to be theatrical?
Not anytime soon.
Yeah. Okay. As I feared.
It actually had its premiere October 17th in the USA.
Today?
Yep. It's premiering today. the Orcas Island Film Festival.
Wow.
There you go. You gotta get out there quickly.
I gotta go quick. It looks like I kid watch his previous film to that, A Fire.
Yeah.
Leon, a self-absorbed writer, decides to go on a retreat with his best friends to complete his manuscript. However, things get complicated when they run into Nadja, a headstrong woman. That sounds less interesting, but I might give it a go. Oh, Janus Films. Well, you can't go wrong with them. They got my back, Janus.
So, what do we think of After the Hunt? We liked it? I liked it.
Before we go to Last Looks, we got to do a little Drew Carey musical licensing.
Oh, nice.
Moon over Parma, bring my love to me tonight. Guide her to Eastlake.
All right, at the end of season 8, we open up with the store having record-breaking profits, and everybody gets fancy new furniture, and it's like, great, everybody's happy. Well, then Drew and Mimi take the elevator up, and they have, if you like pina coladas playing in the elevator, they have to cut that out. But more importantly, the characters start singing along to the song, and it's this really long tracking shot where we walk with them in the elevator, and then we follow them out of the elevator, and starting within the elevator and ending with them leaving the elevator and walking into the main part of the set, they sing the song the entire time. So what they have to do instead is, right as the music's about to begin in the elevator, they hard cut, they superimpose a dinging elevator sound, and then suddenly Drew and Mimi are just in the main set to be like, oh, where's all our furniture? The most awkward cut I've seen them do so far. Very impressive.
Wow.
And it turns out that, yeah, the accountant, much like our friend in Jack and Jill, Al Pacino, the accountant was lying to him and stealing all his money, the guy who owned the Wilfred Lauder department store they work at. And so, in fact, they actually had no record-breaking profits and have to become a dollar store.
What a callback reference that you just brought up. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Al Pacino, yeah.
You did that for me.
That's the last musical issue in season 7. Then we go to season 8. The department store he's worked at for 7 years closes down. It becomes a pre-Amazon company. I know Amazon existed in 2003, but like it wasn't what we think of it today.
It was just starting out.
Yeah, so this store wanted to be, they were called neverendingstore.com, and they were like, we're going to sell everything. And all the characters like, how could you sell everything? Like it was this unthinkable idea to all of our main characters and was a joke to us, the viewer, of like, yeah, how could you do that? That's ridiculous. Little did we know.
Yeah, there was also eBay.
Yeah, but like that is like a person selling to another person, not just a store. I mean, Amazon did start off that way too, but I could see why the writers wanted to go there, because they're like, all right, what is the future version of department store? Oh, an Amazon-like store, which is, you know, the thing that has been putting department stores out of business. They were like ahead of the curve there.
Love it and hate it at the same time.
Anyway, so he's unemployed for a bit because the store closed down. He doesn't work at the internet place yet. But he brings a date home and he sings this big power ballad to like impress her on the date and stuff. This 80s power ballad. And they replace it with some generic thing. But you know what? It sort of worked out better than I expected.
An improvement.
They had to do like another weird cut too because he starts singing along with the song. Like the song plays, he dances to it, and then he starts singing. And they had to cut around that, but that worked a lot better than in the previous one. He wasn't like suddenly in a new location or whatever. And just because I was unsure if they would keep the 9 new theme songs that they make for the last 2 seasons, they seem to be using most of them, probably all of them at this point, would be my guess. At the end of the first episode of season 8, because they're writing Krista Miller off the show because she wants to go work on her husband's show, Scrubs.
Who's Krista Miller?
She's Kate in the show.
Oh, okay. Kate.
And then in the Scrubs, she's married to Dr. Cox, or like is divorced, and then they get remarried or something. So that's her character there.
I know less about Scrubs.
She's been guesting on there. So they're writing off the social. She's going to get married, but we don't find that out till the very end of the first episode. And it ends on a cliffhanger where she reveals, I'm going to get married in 2 days. During the credits, because it's a cliffhanger, they play kind of this rock and roll, you know, walking down the aisle song, the wedding song. We all know the wedding song, whatever it's Canon in D or whatever it's called. But they play rock and roll version of it. Surprisingly, that was copyright, I guess, because they don't have that. They just have some generic wedding music or something. I was just like, that wasn't generic enough? Nobody's even singing or whatever.
Just change a note.
So then in the second episode of that season, when the wedding does happen and Drew finally accepts that she's moving on, he's still very sad at the end. And so he's just like late at night watching the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And I know this because they're playing the ending and then soon the opening theme of it. They're not playing it here. Not allowed to play that one here. Very sad. Just get another song that sort of, the lyrics of it seem to fit the mood of what Drew's doing, but like we don't know he's watching TV at that, or like old sitcoms at that point.
What network was Mary Tyler Moore on? ABC?
That was NBC, I believe.
Drew
was on ABC,
right?
But also like the studio that produced the Mary Tyler Moore Show technically is who owns it, and it was not NBC or ABC. It's different now. Most networks only air shows they make. CBS very proudly at the beginning of a show will say CBS Studios production, but that's a very recent thing. Very recent, last 15 years or so, maybe 20 years. But that scene with the Mary Tyler Moore Show is notable because it always stands out to me because when they pull out, that's the beginning of them being in HD. So they pull out so far, we see like a full C-stand with a flag on it.
Oh, fun.
Because they're not used to being the screen be so wide. But it wasn't there this time.
Oh.
They have resized the shot so that it doesn't pull out as far, which loses some of the emotional impact of it, but then you're not seeing a big giant C-stand in there. And then I went and kind of looked back at some other moments where it's less egregious, but I know it's happened, and it's gone there too. They've gone back and taken out or resized all the stuff where the HD cameras were screwing up. Which I'm like, that's an impressive amount of work for you guys to do. But you're already in there cleaning up the musical licensing. I guess this one's a lot easier of a fix to do.
Yeah, but like you said, it does take a little bit of the life out of it.
I mean, for that one particular scene, yes, it's unfortunate, but I could see why it feels necessary. But other ones, it's like really small and easy to miss. And if you don't watching it 8 times like I am, you're not noticing that, we're looking at the edge of a stage and I'm seeing like a stagehand on the other side waiting to do a cue or whatever. They've put in the effort to like fix that up, which is more than we usually get on these re-releases for old shows that aren't even on TV anymore,
I'm sure what I saw yesterday when I was at Walmart is exactly what you told me to cancel my order for.
Yes.
But the Drew Carey show, it said full series, and it was like this giant...
Well, but if you look closely, it says full series asterisk.
Oh, really? They have an asterisk?
I saw it on the packaging on Amazon. If you flip it over or look at the bottom, one of the sides, it's like, does not include these 4 episodes. And of course, they're all the music-heavy episodes.
Cards subject to change.
Yeah. All right. So last looks on...
Hold 1 second.
Oh.
I have one little trivia fact for you on this. So this marks the conclusion, perhaps, of Julia's Before trilogy for playing a college professor. She's done it 3 times. Can you name the other 2 times we've covered her?
Yes, the Tom Hanks movie with the boring name. Larry Crown.
Okay, there we go.
And okay, one more. Is it
You got it. Come on, you got this.
I feel like I do have it too.
It was an earlier one. It's from earlier in her. Not super early, but like post Oscar. I'll say that.
Post Oscar.
Right after Oscar.
Oh, what's that movie? What's that by the Carnal Knowledge guy? Is it that one?
Oh, no. No, that's Charlie Wilson's War.
Okay. Oh, she's just like crazy rich lady in that movie.
Should I tell you what she was teaching?
Yeah, okay.
She was teaching...
Alicia Smiles.
Yes,
there we
go.
That's like the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, she did 2 others. So this is her 3rd. We love her Before trilogy.
All different characters, too. All different types of college professors teaching at different types of universities in different time periods. Yeah, impressive.
Yeah. First blonde. She hasn't been blonde in a while.
Yeah, I know. And then I got in my head and I was going to be like, Julia's blonde. And I was going to make a note. And then I was like, am I going to bring this up tomorrow? And Joe's going to be like, she was always blonde, Patrick. Don't you remember? And I'm like, shit,
no,
was she?
I think the only time she's been blonde recently was the Gaslight show.
Yeah, and she had to be for that because she's playing a real person. So I wonder why Luca wanted her blonde here.
Because she's back to her natural hair color now.
Yeah. I like Julia being in this kind of like, I'm not waking up for crap part of her career. She's like, you're not getting me out of bed unless the movie's really interesting or the character's really interesting. Like, it's nice.
Yeah, she works with who she wants to work with now. She has her directors.
Yeah, I forget what came before Ben is Back, but Ben is Back is like, I'm only doing good shit now. What was right before Ben is Back? Because like that's when I kind of noted like, oh, she's only working with like premier directors on prestige kind of things.
She worked with Jodie Foster, Money Monster.
Yeah, you know, but like that movie is like whatever.
I kind of like that movie.
It's fine, but like it just doesn't feel like on the level as the
She's
indie
working with
hits of
Sam Esmail again, I believe.
That makes sense.
They got a new project coming out.
She's like, I don't need to make movies all the time like The Rock. I can just go when I feel like it. I'm all for that. I don't have to get sucked up in the Marvel machine. I'm all for that. Keep at it, Julia. Oh, you know what? But Ticket to Paradise is like so fucking generic. Maybe Clooney was just like, please, Julia, please.
Okay. I like the cast for the next Sam Esmail movie. It's called Panic Carefully.
Okay.
This is Julia's next movie.
Comes out in like 4 years or whatever.
It's in post-production.
Oh, hey, maybe next year.
Probably next year. It's the synopsis that's given so far. It says, it narrates the hunt for a cyber terrorist. It's going to be after the hunt. That's where we're going to follow.
Yeah. It's been a good year for you, Joe. You got two of your guys doing movies for our podcast alum. You got Luca and Benny helping us out here this year. You must be thrilled.
And we got Baumbach again. I love Baumbach.
I know, but you talk about him a lot less than you.
Yeah.
You go to bat for Luca and Benny all the time on this show.
Of course. I mean, Benny, more of an actor I like now.
Okay, yeah.
Strange directing choice.
Yeah, it was nice of Luca to not rip this off from a documentary. There were probably so many to choose from.
And I know we were a little nervous because we said the Tar thing at the beginning, but it's not really like Tar at all.
I did think, as we're going on this really long discussion thing at the beginning, I'm like, okay, well, Tar began like this too. And then I'm like, are we doing a Tar thing? We got older, professional lady.
Yeah. It's so different.
It definitely
and it's
is.
handled so differently.
It's very different. It's not this kind of like character tragedy. It's more of like a societal tragedy.
Yeah.
That's why it feels more like an Eddington or One Battle After Another.
Also, I think we're in agreement that Cate Blanchett should have another Oscar for that movie.
Yes.
That was the best performance that year.
By far. But, you know, it's hard
It's just frustrating that she already has... I think she has 2 already?
Probably. But even she was like, yeah, I've won enough, guys. You can vote for other people. It's okay. And that movie ended up winning all the awards, and, you know, those tides happen in Academy voting. The down ballot voting happens a lot, so I wasn't surprised. And if you weren't going to pick her, I get why you picked the Michelle Yeoh, and she's a fine actress, too. But she has not picked the most interesting films in the aftermath of that.
She's really hasn't.
She's done the Brie Olsen... No. Yeah, is that her name? Brie Larson?
Brie Larson.
She's done the Brie Larson thing of just like, all right, I got my Oscar. Time to sell out.
I'm sorry to say, the biggest disappointment I've ever seen. I'm just sorry. Like, what the fuck?
I'm going to be in King Kong.
Just Marvel and Fast and
Marvels.
Furious, huh? That's all you want to do? Just Fast and Furious and Marvel.
Michelle Yeoh gave us Wicked.
Wicked. She's been in movies that have been very, like, everything, everywhere, all at once adjacent now.
They're just like, we need an Asian lady. We need the old Asian lady.
Yeah. Well, you know, get the money.
Take the money. Is she in a Marvel thing?
I believe so.
I think she was, but I don't. Eternals or Shang-Chi or something.
I think it was Shang-Chi. Because I know
it feels like the low-hanging fruit. If you've got an older Asian actress, where are you going to put them? Shang-Chi.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah, all right, there you go.
Along with, but Tony Leung, that's the reason to watch that movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'll just watch him in real movies.
I mean, yeah, but like...
He's got other movies I can watch him in and do just fine.
I wouldn't ever tell you to watch that. It's a movie I've seen once, and
you're good enough there. All right, last looks here on
Last looks.
After the Hunt.
One of my favorite Julia Roberts performances. Definitely like top tier for me. Middle of the road for Luca for me though. I liked it a lot, but it's just you can't touch top tier Luca for me right now. It's elite. You got last looks?
For me, it's a return to the Luca that I do like. It's not fully there. I am emotionally invested in I Am Love. I think that's a very emotionally gripping film. This movie, very much an intellectual pursuit. Yeah, this movie's going to make no money. If The Rock movie's making no money, this movie's making less than negative money. People are walking out of this movie, Joe. It's a movie that alienates every single person, and I'm all about that. But why does Julia do this movie? Because like I just said, she's in her, like, get me out of bed when it's good mode in life.
Yeah. She wants to do interesting things.
She doesn't need to do for the money anymore. She wants a character she really has to work on and craft. She wants to have to find these really... Like, this performance is tough because you can't sell it too much one way or the other, right? It has to toe this line, which forces it to be very human, because we, the audience, have to be able to see both. Half the audience has to think one thing about her and half they has to think the other thing for Luca's experiment to work. And Julia's found a way to navigate that. And Julia is now where she wants to work with these creatively powerful auteurs. We see that's what she's been picking, and it's definitely worked out for her great. She's given us some really great movies in the last 5 years for us to enjoy, and also Ticket to Paradise. So,
It was fine. That was for the moms and dads.
Yeah, that feels like a more classic Julia film. But that's the kind of film where at the beginning of that season, I'm like, oh, I can't wait for like 40 of those. That'll be really boring.
We didn't get that many.
I know. Well, we didn't. But that was the fun surprise of the Julie season, where it's like, wow, she actually doesn't do a lot of the things she's famous for. She does a lot of these other weird things. I'm into this. All right, I'd like to thank Banana Hammocks. Go out and show off your nanners. I'd like to thank Lev Van Rensselaer for minding those audio boards and keeping us sound so slippery smooth. I'd like to thank my co-host Joe Vekeman for stopping by.
Oh, thank you.
And I am your host, Patrick Scale. You can find my features, documentaries, short films, video essays, animations, behind-the-scenes footage, and so much more at QuixoticUnited.com and social media, presumably with a similar sounding name. Thank you all for listening. Joe, say goodnight.
Good night.
My sleeping schedule's been weird lately, Joe.
Still,
and yeah, for about a week now. And so I'm up late, and I'm like, all right, let's go see what the old people TV's got. But let me tell you what the old people TV's got when you're up late enough at night. Paid programming.
Like, just ads?
Just, these 30-minute infomercial things. And I go, that's boring. So then I go exploring. Middle-aged People channel has even more paid advertising. They have less programming than the Old People channel. At least the Old People channel goes out with, like, whatever, Honeymooners and Sergeant Bilko.
Wait, do you have cable?
No, this is terrestrial TV.
Okay.
So then I discover I also have the old People cartoon channel. Let me tell you what's on at like 1 a.m. on the Old People cartoon channel.
What is an Old People cartoon channel?
Yeah, it's got the old people cartoons for old people, you know? Including this hit from 1970, Where's Huddles by Hanna-Barbera. Perhaps you remember the football cartoon with Paul Lynde and Mel Blanc, and ran for a whopping 10 episodes. Well, they've got that every morning at 1 a.m, and guess what? I feel like after a week, I'm now the Where's Huddles resident scholar.
I'm looking at this right now. Looks like a Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yeah. It basically feels like they wanted to be the Flintstones, but it's in modern times. I think the woman who plays Wilma also plays the main love interest of the dude.
They ran from July 1st to September 2nd in 1970, and then they were done.
10 episodes. They went out of their way. And it's easy to forget that there was a time when football was just like a sad little sport in this country, and it was a niche interest. So it wasn't these football players, they're not making lots of money in the cartoon, so they always got to come up with get-rich-quick schemes.
Well, I need you to tell me on this Old People cartoon channel, if you ever get to Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. It ran for 3 seasons in 1972 to 1973.
Is that the one with Tom Bosley? Because that is the one that's on right before right before Where's Huddles, and that one is boring as hell.
Let me see. It is.
Yes! Nailed it.
There was only there's 48 episodes over 3 seasons.
Well, that makes sense. It went on for a
24
longer time.
first season, 20 second season, 4 episodes the third season.
24 is crazy because it's already hard. It's already expensive to animate and hard to animate, and you're just 10 episodes felt like a chore. 24 episodes. Those guys are working nonstop.
So that's 48 episodes in the span of literally 2 years. From 72 to 74 in September. And you've seen it. You've seen some.
I've caught. That was the first night. Like, that one was on. I saw Where's Huddles was coming, and I remember watching it like one time when I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10.
This is the description for the first episode.
Yeah.
Entitled The Fling. This is a cartoon.
Yeah.
Restaurant equipment dealer Harry Boyle is stranded with a female customer overnight, prompting everyone to think that he is cheating on his wife Irma. It's a cartoon. Why don't you just make this a fucking sitcom? These are not like, you don't need to draw this shit.
Well, you forget a very important sitcom that came out was The Flintstones.
Sure.
Hanna-Barbera was always trying to recreate that.
I know, but that's like Stone Age and dinosaurs. This is like just about a family. He's a restaurant equipment dealer. What does that mean? These are all pots and pans?
Hey, he's selling stuff to restaurants, you fool, Joe. Come on.
Second episode. Harry and his family get invited to a party held by Harry's boss. Get a basic setup here. And Harry wants everyone in the family to act and dress their best, which is easier said than done because Alice wants to wear a racy department store dress with no bra, prompting Harry and Irma to worry about the influence that sex and sexuality in the media has on their daughter. All in the family, too.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, but having seen the back half of an episode while waiting for Where's Huddles to come on, I'll tell you, that show feels like it was made in the 50s, or like it could have done very well in the 50s.
Yeah.
It's probably why you wanted Tom Bosley.
Harry is sent to this is one episode. Harry is sent to the hospital after suffering from stress-related stomach aches. Oh, Ma, what's going to happen to Harry next? What the hell? Okay.
There you go.
I would say just watch a movie that you like.
Yeah, but like the goal is, I don't want to put on something that like I'm interested in that'll keep me up. My goal, Where's Huddles is a great show to try to fall asleep to.
Okay.
Interesting enough to like put on. You would think the Father Show would really put me to sleep, but it just like angers me or something. I don't know. It's just like annoyingly boring.
You like Tom Bosley though.
I know. I'm like, all right, this could be. It was just the most generic of. I'm like, what is it called? Wait till your father comes home, something like that. Yeah, it was like
72 to 74. Was Happy Days still on?
Yes. No. Yes. I think Happy Days is in the final stretches. Yeah. I don't know. It just was like I said, it was a 50s kind of sitcom. Father knows best. My 3 sons. It just was like you'd learn a very valuable lesson about appropriate behavior and conformity and blah, blah, blah. It's sort of immaculately boring. Good work.
Wow.
Whereas Huddles, I don't know, just sort of stupid. Hanna-Barbera had like us. We forget because we think of the Flintstones and the Jetsons and Scooby-Doo, and they all had like 100 or almost 100 episodes. The Hanna-Barbera had so many cartoons that were like 8 episodes, 12 episodes, 20 episodes, just random crap that they tried every now and then, and none of it really took off. All right, I drank the water, so we'll just begin on this.
You're so sleepy.
It's my fault. I'm just staying up too late. Watching Where's Huddles, I gotta...
You watched all 10 episodes over again? Can't imagine that it takes more than 5 hours.
They only have it on like 1 in the morning, and that's it. Like I have to like watch it. I've watched 6 or 7 episodes so far. I could get the DVD box set, which I was shocked to find that they made. I was like, who asked for this? Let me tell you about all the Where's the Huddled episodes I watched and how often it felt like they stole directly from the Flintstones.
All right.
What am I looking for on my notes? Here it is.
You got notes?
Take notes, Joe, because I have journalistic integrity.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was watching the movie in the theater. It was hard to pause.
Yeah, I took notes on my phone.
Did you have people in your theater?
I had 5 people in my theater.
Yeah. This is not doing well.
But, like, is this like a movie people, like, need to see immediately? They're like, I'm gonna, opening night, first showing, I'm there. I mean, it's not a Marvel film, you know?
Well, then why was my Roofman showing sold out last Thursday?
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, because my Roofman showing also had, like, 3 people in it. And that movie also made $8 million on its opening weekend.
Well, it made $7 million from the Regal Belly. It was sold out, baby. People wanted to see Channing. All right, so we watched a movie.